Hi friends, Amanda here with Online Flow Yoga for today's vinyasa practice connected to our third eye chakra, the Ajna chakra. This chakra is all about our global awareness and insight. It's connected to perception and the lessons we can learn. So throughout our class, we're going to be doing a couple exercises that require you to listen a little bit carefully and notice where you're looking and allow this global awareness to kind of play a factor in our class and see what happens. We're going to start off with a little bit of pranayama coming into Surya Beta, which is a variation on Nadi Shodanam. So I'll invite you to find a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting up on the heels, but feel free to find any variation that works best for you. And you'll also want to grab a yoga block or a rolled up blanket for a pose at the end of our practice. So for Surya Beta, what we'll do is breathe in through our right nostril and breathe out through our left, using our dominant hand to block one side and then the other for our breath. I'll guide you through it though, so just stay here for another moment, breathing in through the nose and releasing the breath out through the nose. Finding that rhythm of your breath, taking this opportunity to check in, notice how you're doing today. And then when you're ready, taking your dominant hand, I'm using my right hand, it's gonna look like the left to you. And I have my pointer finger and middle finger folded in. My thumb is free to block the right side nostril and my ring finger is free to block the left side nostril. So take a breath in, exhale, let it go. Taking the hands in place, I'm gonna block off the left side of the nostril, breathe in only through the right. Close the right and breathe out through the left. Close the left, breathe in through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. Continuing here, breathe in with the right. Close right, exhale left. Continuing this breath cycle here, breathing in only through your right side. Exhaling only through your left side. And I'll tell you a little bit more about Nadi Shodanam as you breathe in here. So this is a balancing breath that has a lot of benefits for the nervous system, which is attached to our third eye as well. And the Surya Bedana variation is a more activating variation, so it's great to pair with our vinyasa practice. For our yin practice with our third eye practice, we'll do the other way. We'll do Chandra Bedana, which is the other way. Try another full cycle in, exhale, and then release the hand when you're finished. Take a full breath in through both sides. Exhale, let it go. See if you pause here and you can bring your awareness to that third eye center in between the eyebrows. Notice if you stirred up any of your energy. And then we'll use that for our core warm-up here. So keep this natural cycle of your breath here for our core. Spread the fingers nice and wide onto the ground. So we're in a tabletop pose here. Let's just take a round of cat and cow here. So inhale, drop the belly towards the ground, look up. Exhale, round the spine, press the mat away. Let's lead with the third eye here. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round. Noticing where you're looking here in your cat and cow. Do you have the freedom to look all the way up? Freedom to look all the way down. One more cycle. And out. Find neutral here. Find that true neutral position. So you're looking a couple inches in front of the fingertips, maybe about the top corner of the mat. And then find your core awareness here. Hug the front ribs in. Take our right leg out behind us. On an exhale, we're going to bend the right knee towards the right elbow. And then on an inhale, take the right leg, cross it behind the left, dig the toes in, and then see if you can cross the ankles. So the left leg is going to reach up to cross, so you're in this diagonal plank. Exhale, left knee lowers down, knee to elbow. See if you can repeat this a couple times. Notice that we're changing our balance here. So we're bringing more of our weight over to our right, and then more of our weight over to our left. Let's take 2 more. Let's see if you can really get the right leg over to the left, really exaggerate the change in space, and then bring the knees together a little bit of a rock side to side. Shake it out, and then try that on the other side. So find neutral, take your left leg out behind you, bend the left knee, knee towards elbow, and then cross the body here. Left leg comes behind the right, and then see if you can pick up the right leg, cross the ankles, right knee down, left knee, left elbow. Continuing here, noticing this change of your weight. Noticing if it's helpful to look in between the hands to keep yourself a little bit more level here. Let's take 1 more. And then find yourself back through center. Pause. Give the knees a little bit of a sway side to side. And then downward facing dog. Just to prepare here for our standing sequence. We won't do too many vinyasas today, but we will do some standing poses. Take the inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Lead with the third eye here. Walk the feet towards the hands, come towards a forward fold. Take your inhale to lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale to rise to yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands on the hips. We're going to start off our sequence coming into tree pose here. So weights in the right foot, bring the left knee in towards the chest, and then find the sole of the left foot onto the inner seam of the right leg. Press foot into leg, leg into foot. Find your drishti here. So notice where you're looking. See if you can find a point that helps with your balance. It's often a still point that's not moving. Maybe take the arms up, growing the branches of your tree. Exhale, take the hands back towards the hips. Left knee is going to come into the chest, and then sweep the left leg behind the right. So the legs are interlaced here. Pinky toes are coming close towards each other. And from here, we'll forward fold. So gently bend the knees here as much as you need to drop the head down towards the mat. Notice that this cross legs can change our forward fold experience a lot. And then from here, take your left foot behind you. We're going to set the legs up for warrior 2. So ground the back foot down towards the mat. And I want you to look at the right arm. The right hand is going to be our focal point as we lift ourselves up to warrior 2. So start by lifting the left arm, but you're really looking at the right fingertips. Find your warrior 2 from here. Keep looking at your right fingertips as you reach up into reverse warrior. And then keep looking up as you transition towards triangle pose, but we're following our right arm. So we start to look down towards the right fingertips. Find your triangle pose, keep looking down. This is where we'll transition to look up. So look at your left thumb, and then make your way back into warrior 2, looking at your left thumb. Bend the right leg, reach the right arm forward. And then we'll switch our feet here. So right toes come forward, left toes face towards the back of our mat. We're in warrior 2 in our left now, looking over the left fingertips. We're going to do that same sequence here on our left. So inhale, reverse warrior, look up. Exhale, triangle pose, look down. Land in your triangle pose, set the feet, and then inhale to look up at your right fingertips. We're going to make our way back towards the front of our mat, rising all the way up, bending the front knee, looking back, straightening the left knee, left toes are forward. We're going to point the right toes towards the top of our mat. Take another breath here. And then exhale, take the hands down towards the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pause. And then reset the gaze here, so you can find that unfocused gaze after really staring at your hand, or one hand and then the other, for a long time. See if you can soften the focus, maybe looking softly in between the feet. Almost no focal point here. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk the feet towards the hands, come towards a forward fold. Take the hands to the shins, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale to rise, lift yourself all the way back up. Exhale, hands towards heart center. We're going to try that on our left side. I'm just switching sides, so I'm facing you the entire time. Take the hands on the hips, weight is in the left foot. Take the right knee into the chest, and then find the sole of the right foot onto the inner seam of the left leg for tree pose, Vrikshasana. Finding that focal point once again and seeing if that helps you to stay grounded in your pose. Tapping into this global awareness that yes, you can stay in this balance. Take another breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take the hands towards the hips, right knee into the chest, and then sweep the right leg behind the left. Take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Drop the hands down towards the mat, drop the head. Take your inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then this time, right foot's gonna step back behind you, preparing for warrior two. Same sequence, but we're starting with our left side. So looking at the left fingertips, right arm's gonna lead you up and overhead. Still looking forward, warrior two. Notice how we didn't look down at the legs. We're really focusing on having our gaze forward, and the body follows. The body knows what these poses could look like in our body. On that next inhale, left arm reaches up for reverse warrior. And then we transition triangle pose. Still looking at the left hand finds the left shin, chest forward, gaze down. Transition yourself to look up towards your right hand this time. And then warrior two, looking back. From here, switch the feet. So left toes forward towards the long edge of your mat. Right toes are going to face the back edge of your mat. Look back now into your warrior two on the right. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Looking down at the right hand. And then we switch sides. Look up at your left thumb. Use the left thumb to guide you back up through center. Look back. Switch the feet here. So right toes face the long edge. Left toes point forward. Bend the knee. And then windmill the hands down towards the mat. Downward facing dog. Take a moment to pause and reset. Once again, that unfocused gaze. On that next breath in, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk the feet towards the hands, come towards a forward fold. Take your inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale to rise, lift all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause here. Find that steadiness and that still point. We're going to go through that one more time, but just a little bit faster. Inhale, reach the arms up. See if you can find your tree pose from here with the arms already lifted. Gaze is looking up. Can you transition the right or the left foot towards the right leg? And then find the left foot behind the right, fold all the way forward. Inhale to lift halfway, and then step the foot behind you for warrior two. Look towards your right hand. Inhale, take yourself up, warrior two, and then all the way up for reverse warrior. Exhale, find triangle pose, right hand down. Look up towards the left thumb. Inhale, we're gonna rise back up for reverse warrior, but this time we look down, and then we transition into side angle pose. So we're still looking down towards our left foot, or now we're in side angle at the back of our mat. See if you arrived here looking down at your left toes, pointing towards the back edge of your mat. Transition to look up at your right fingertips this time. Can you bring yourself all the way back up and over, side angle at the front, looking down at your right toes this time. Left arm's gonna reach up. From here, inhale, lift back up, reverse warrior, look down at the back of your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog, hands down, step back. On that next breath in, walk the feet towards the hands, come towards a forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, lift all the way back up. Exhale, palms touch, hands towards the heart. Inhale, lift the arms up. Once again, tree pose here, but on our left. Can you lift the right leg to find the left? Knowing that it's there, find it and feel steady. Exhale, right leg behind the left, and then fold it forward. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release. Take your right foot back behind you, ground the right leg, rise up into your warrior two, coming to this side angle variation now. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reverse warrior, we're looking down this time. We transition towards side angle pose at the back of the mat, looking down. And then this time we switch the gaze here, so look up at your left arm. Can you follow your left arm all the way into side angle, back at the front, look down. Transition to look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, look down at the back of your mat. Exhale, fold all the way forward, back down, downward facing dog. From here, let's step our right foot in between the hands, coming into a wide leg forward fold. Drop the forehead down. Soften the arms, feel strong through the legs. Soft gaze here. Returning to this global awareness, and you can even make the pose a little bit more connected by grabbing onto the ankles, dropping the head down. We're preparing for a twist here in a moment, so walk the fingertips out in front. Create a longer spine here. You can even grab onto your block underneath the fingertips. Starting off with our right fingers down on the floor, the left arm is going to reach up, look up towards your left arm. And then following the left arm, reach it out in front as far forward as you can. So the left arm is way further than the right now. The right arm is going to transition to grab onto your left leg. Feeling like you're drawing the upper body in between the arms here. Look towards your left knee. Can you get a little closer to the knee? Inhale, come back through center and just drop. Let everything go. Release any awareness about where you should be looking, where your arms and legs should be. And then we'll repeat that twist sequence on the second side. So this time, left hand is on the floor. Lift the chest. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling and look up towards it. On an exhale, follow the gaze. Right hand's gonna reach out in front, further away from the feet than your left arm is. And then take your left arm, weave it underneath the right, grabbing onto your right leg. And then bring the chest through the arms. Can you look at your knee on the side? Can you get the chest a little closer? Can you notice somewhere that you feel the twist that isn't your arms and legs? On that next breath in, release. Let everything go. And then inhale, walk the hands back towards the top of the mat. Find downward facing dog just for a moment. From here, lower the knees down towards the mat. Grabbing onto your block or blanket roll. We're going to come into supported bridge in a moment. So slide onto your back body, bend the knees, feet to the floor. As you're ready here, lift the hips up just enough that you can bring your block underneath. My block's in a low setting because we are going to lift the legs in a moment. If you have a roll, you just want it a couple inches in thickness. Arms are by the sides, palms face up in this receiving gesture, feeling open to the global awareness that we're trying to tap into. Option to stay here or bring one knee into the chest and then the other. Take the legs up towards the ceiling. Enjoying this reversal in action here with the legs above the heart this time. Reversing what we did in our standing poses and in our wide leg forward fold. Taking this balancing quality in the body. Bring the awareness back to the third eye center, space in between the eyebrows. Can you imagine this area as part of your pose, an essential element? The watching and listening of the third eye is just as important as any other element of your pose. Notice if you'd like to make your pose a little bit softer, and start that intention at the third eye. Stay here for another breath in. Exhale, slowly release, bending the knees into the chest. One foot and then the other comes down towards the floor. Pause there. On an inhale, press the feet into the floor, slide the block off to the side. Release the hips down onto the ground. Coming into constructive rest pose, bring the feet wide, inner knees tap towards each other. Option to keep the arms where they are or take the arms up and overhead, grabbing onto opposite elbows. Keeping the knees where they are, or option to come into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Feeling a sense of connection between the soles of the feet, hands on the elbows. Entire body connected and aware. Keeping this intention with you as you make your way into your final pose, coming into Shavasana. And this is where I'll leave you in Shavasana. It's really important with this third eye, Ajna Chakra awareness to give yourself lots of time to integrate everything that you learned. Thinking about lessons learned from today. How you might integrate them into future yoga practices as you come off of your mat and into your daily life. Enjoying some time here in a still Shavasana or even selecting a meditation video. Remembering before you reawaken to extend gratitude to yourself. Gratitude through that third eye awareness. I'll see you next time.